Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
What? Well, this room just got a whole lot better looking. Welcome to another edition of MassiveJoes Weekly WORD, episode number 80.
But it's actually episode number 2 of the Swollen Neve show.
Yeah. Episode number 2. We're moving up in the world. But as you guys would know, the big host is away on holidays trying to work on his mystical tan. I doubt he'll come back wider than what I am.
He's working on his annoying Snapchat videos.
Is he getting good at them?
Oh, like, that face he does. That face he does, like this one. He does it then.
You need to actually like just poke him in the mouth and
he does that face, and then he's been working on his hairstyles, and then grinding by the pool.
Oh, grinding. Wow.
Grinding.
Yeah, so as the big hose is away, so I'm filling in. So it's going to be quite an entertaining episode, Nevos. What do we got in store?
So we got
the usuals.
Back in stock, new products coming soon. Bodybuilder versus Crossfit series, the Scoop, and AskNeve.
We got some good questions for AskNeve too. I'm pretty excited about those.
We got last week, and then we got the rest of this week's.
Yeah.
All right, so back in stock. So all of the Max's range is now back in stock. We're out of the Max Means bars, Super Shred, Nighttime, Super Size, everything, all back in stock.
All the usuals, man. All the
back
usuals.
In stock.
Yeah.
ATP range is back in stock.
Ooh, all the good products too,
I don't think anything was actually really out of stock.
No, I think it got close to being out of stock.
Anyway,
it was out of stock on the website.
Everything's back in stock. The Team J muscle tanks.
Get yourself one of these guys, especially with the hotter weather coming out. It's hot as in Adelaide today. It's like 43 degrees. I'm sweating my ass off.
Well, the aircon at HQ doesn't work.
No. Steve actually just dropped like 3 pills of core burn, so don't be surprised if halfway through this video he actually starts sweating bullets. He might actually change into this muscle tank.
The old Yohimbine.
Yeah.
So here you go, you got TMJ muscle tank.
Fresh, man. Real fresh.
Crown logo on the back. MassiveJoes on the bottom.
Yeah.
Stay Massive hem tag.
And you need one of these in summer, man. So get your hands on them. They're all back in stock, all sizes, both grey and black.
I don't get it because I've been like looking at the Mick doing his videos.
Yeah.
And Skip Dog doing his Snapchat.
And they're all in singlets?
They're all in singlets.
And we're sweating our ass off in here wearing shirts because we're told we had to.
And I get in trouble for wearing a shirt. I got in trouble for wearing a jersey.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for shaving my head.
Yeah. I think you just get in trouble because you're sitting so close to Joe.
I know.
I think you got to like allocate seats, mate. You got to move
He's just had it in for me.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got? So we got all the muscle meds back in stock, including the carnivore.
Ooh. Beef protein. Gotta love that shit.
So that was
It's good to change the proteins up every now and then too, guys. And that actually, it doesn't taste like steak as what you'd think. So it's a cool product. So
and it's hard, especially those that are lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Obviously having no whey protein or any milk products in there.
Yeah.
New products from ATP.
Mate, ATP's getting a little bit of a plug today, mate. Is this because you're a sponsored athlete?
No, a bit of a ball fondling, but that's what happens. So Alpha Venus was an estrogen detoxifier. So it came in the
great product.
So it came in the grey and the pink. You and I both use it.
Yeah, love them. Love
Comes in the grey and the pink. So they were both exactly the same formula.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've slightly changed the Alpha Venus female version. So it doesn't. The old one says female potency and etox, but this one just says female etox now. Yeah. So they've changed one of the ingredients in there. And what have they included in there?
Mate, you're the sponsored athlete.
Yeah, should have known that.
Yeah.
The Vitex Agnes Castus is what
you actually got that out.
And then they've taken out one of the other products, which is the Tomcat Alley.
Oh,
so that's what's changed over. So me and Joe are going to do a raw review on this next week on all the ATP products.
Is this when Joe actually gets back to work?
He's been away for 4 weeks.
Month hiatus, the big hose. Month hiatus. I actually haven't even seen him for 4 weeks, man.
No. So that's what's happened. And then the Alpha Venus in the grey, obviously, is still exactly the same formula.
Yeah.
But it is now called Alpha Prime.
Which it's going to be good changing the names too, man. Because I know, like, personally, a lot of people get mixed up. They say they want Alpha Venus, but you know they think, oh, you know, you don't know whether they want the male one or the female. So it's good to actually change it up, and now there's distinctive products. So
the thing is though, and this will confuse the shit out of people even more, is that women obviously can still use the Alpha Prime.
Yeah, well, it's the same product as what the Alpha Venus
was before. Obviously, we'll go through the differences, but there's two reasons why women should use it. I mean, if you still want the exact same formula you've been using previously, use Alpha Prime. But yeah, I mean, if more for your estrogen testosterone ratio, you want your Alpha Prime. For the Venus in the pink, it's more for your...
It's getting rid of that bad estrogen and helping your body utilize estrogen. You know, estrogen's still a chemical that needs to be used in your body, so it's just going to help your body use it better, basically. So that's a simple way of putting it down. So. And
also the MassiveJoes burn bars back in stock.
I always have these in my diet when I'm losing weight, which is never.
Well, you've got to start losing your baby weight soon, mate.
No, I'm actually putting on baby weight, mate.
JB's about to pop out a kid any day soon.
Yep, any day now. As you can see, I'm carrying it very well.
Your lovely wife.
Yeah.
About to pop out the tank.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Core Pro.
Oh, excited for this one, Neve.
Core ISO and Core ABC in the Apple Teeny.
Apple Teeny. Just another delicious flavour to add to the Core's.
I hate Apple though.
Yeah, me too. But either way, people will like it, and it's just another great flavour to choose. You know, with Core's flavours, man, they're always on point, so it's just another one you can try. I just roll through different flavours with Core ABC these days anyway.
I go whatever Joe's got open underneath his desk.
And just steal it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, Bodybuilders and CrossFit series. So last Thursday night...
This is funny, man. Like,
it was good. It was good. It wasn't good fun.
You died.
You did well because you do a bit of cardio.
Yeah.
But the big hose, JB and myself, went to CrossFit Tenacity, owned
big
by
man Matty Skrypek.
Matt Skrypek over CrossFit Tenacity. So if you're in Adelaide and thinking about doing some CrossFit,
drop in there, man. It's a great gym, and you know they're great guys there as well. So drop in there and have a bit of a look.
And a whole heap of the team here train there. So Leah trains there, Jack trains there, Dylan trains there.
I think Kristen's gone over the dark side as well.
Krispy Kreme's just started there.
Yeah.
Sadly, but we've lost her.
Yeah.
And Joe, the big hose, reckons he's going to get there.
Hey, mate, I'll believe that when I see it. You know, he wanted to do Fran, but actually use a lat pull down to do it, like
because Joey does not do like any.
He can't do chin ups. He just
can't do free weights.
No,
at all.
Machine Joe, gun Joe.
So what we did is we thought it'd be funny for us three who are obviously bodybuilders and don't do any sort of real cardio.
No.
I mean, obviously Joe on your staircase and you on your little bit, but I do nothing.
No.
And so we did the 15.5 open CrossFit workout.
Yeah.
Which was 27, 15 and 9.
27, 21, 15 and 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and you had to do 27 calories on the rower and then 27 thrusters. 21 calories on the rower, 21 thrusters, and then 15 and 9 as well. So it was a bit of a workout. Now most of the like top level CrossFit guys do this in like 5 minutes. Big Jack Oss in the office, our business development manager, banged it out in like 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think what
did you get, 12?
12:40 something. And Big Ho's got about 14 minutes, and then Big Nevos finished it off at like 18 minutes.
18:20.
Yeah, so if you guys want to watch some painful cardio, go and check it out. So it's actually a pretty funny video.
I just want to say, I've been reading all the comments.
Yeah.
And they are like, obviously Joe's squat form is shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, your rowing form.
Well, people are digging my rowing form, but I'm not a rower. I don't care.
But you get more distance there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I actually thought I was being half smart. It's only a rowing machine, so I was actually getting more distance out on each row. So I was just covering.
Well, the thing was, I thought I was keeping up with you guys. Because I was matching Jackos stroke for stroke, and I'm like, yeah, I'm killing this here.
Yeah.
And then Jackos hops off, and I'm still doing like 15 calories, and I've got to do 27.
Yeah.
I mean.
So the video's on the YouTube site. Just go and check it out. Like I said, it is actually pretty funny. If anything, you can have a look at our pathetic technique, and all the CrossFitters out there can pick shit at us. But we thought it was pretty cool, and we've got part 2 coming up as well. So we've done our shitty side of it, and now Maddie has to come and train legs with us, which is going to be absolutely hilarious. So that one will be very, very entertaining. We're going to definitely try and make the kid chuck, and if we can't do that, he's not going to be able to walk for a week either.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so next topic is the scoop.
Yeah.
So Jackos, This is a Jackos
He,
episode.
yeah, well, mate, he works behind the scenes and doesn't get much of a mention, so you better get a bit of a plug on the Weekly Word here.
So Jackos has been writing, and Crispy have been writing a lot of articles for The Scoop, which is pretty much just a section just with articles on there.
Yeah, really good information on training, things like that.
There's pretty much over 20 articles on there now. I mean, stuff for like beginner athletes, for product reviews, for write-ups on companies, pretty much just any inside article and that kind of stuff. I mean, like stuff like, what did Jack do? 8 things you must know about mass gainers. I mean, that kind of stuff.
There were some pretty cool articles in there. So yeah, if you guys are looking at expanding your information and want to know a little bit more, just get over there and have a look. It's obviously on our website. I think the link will be in the description box, so just check it out and have a bit of a read. You can never have too much information, man, and most of the info that Jack comes out with is pretty much on point. So
the amount of shit that Jack talks about, or doesn't talk very much, but the amount of shit that he actually goes on about when he bursts something out is...
Yeah, he doesn't say much, but he actually said a word in the office before, and I was like, what the is that? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, so my public school education didn't really do me too much then, so...
All right, next topic, AskNeve.
Now we're going to get the big hose back in here, just to get any AskNeve questions. I don't think he'll be saying too much.
Well, if you notice lately, in every single AskNeve question, he'll like ask the question and then he'll just fucking answering it straight away.
Oh, mate, I'm going to let you have the reign. I'm going to like chip in if I need to, but this is AskNeve. It's not Joe, all right, mate? So shut up. Whoops, I hope that didn't hurt, Joe. Okay, man, this first guy's name is Staying Massive. Like, you better be staying massive, man, if that's what you're calling yourself. Okay. He's looking to gain weight primarily muscle while taking Alka-Pure. I hope it's Creation Alka-Pure, man. Will that hinder or will it benefit?
Alka-Pure or acetyl L-carnitine will benefit you pretty much because what it's going to do is it makes sure that you're using your stored body fat as your energy source.
Yeah.
So I mean, even when you're trying to bulk, obviously you want to be in a calorie surplus, but you want to make sure that when you are training and when you're doing your cardio, that you are actually using your stored body fat as energy.
The other thing if it's acetyl L-carnitine, it obviously crosses the blood-brain barrier as well, so it's going to help with mental focus while you're training. So, yeah, acetyl L-carnitine is one of those products like creatine, glutamine that I actually take year-round, man. Like it's just a basic product that I just take all the time. Every workout, I just have 2 to 3 grams of it. So
I have it first thing in the morning. And then I have it in pre-workout.
Yeah. All right, another acetyl L-carnitine. This one's question. This is from Adam Delquist. It seems that Joe is, he loves acetyl L-carnitine, man. Same as us, he takes it all the time, and especially when he's on a cut, yes, he does. So, so Adam recently purchased a large quantity and went balls deep with it, but found that the sup was actually giving him a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
He got a little bit of gas. And it made his farts smell like rotten eggs, or also, what, it made you shit yourself?
No, it made him smell like rotten eggs, shut himself.
Oh, Jesus. So after trial and error, he reckons this is, like acetyl L-carnitine's, what actually did this. So what are your tips?
I'm going to say, it's not acetyl L-carnitine.
I agree, man. Definitely, I don't think it's acetyl L-carnitine. I've been taking it for years and it's never been hurt.
I mean, it could be what you're mixing it with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more than likely if you mix it with like something high in agmatine, or a lot of people even with drop factor sometimes getting upset. Like the fat burners are getting upset. Stomach drop factor, those kind of ones that they're adding
to. Creatine can do it as well.
Yeah.
But it could, if your farts stink, mate, that could be something to do with your diet as well. So yeah, I doubt it very much. It's going to be just the acetyl L-carnitine.
Like me, too many Quest bars, or
yeah. You know that like Steve's farts actually used to like take paint off the walls. And all he did, man, was actually, he started having a few different things, the probiotics and things that are going to help with his stomach. And now I don't even smell your farts anymore, man.
Coconut kefir and sauerkraut.
Mate, you should see what he eats. But it's fixed his gut problem. So I'd say it's something more to do with your digestive system rather than the acetyl L-carnitine. So, Anthony Simpson, if you had to choose a stack between Clash and Vasky, or War Juice and Vasky, which one would it be and why?
No, Ruckus. That's Ruckus and...
Oh, Ruckus and Vasky.
Ruckus and Vasky.
Right.
Now we've worked out. We're trying to...
I couldn't work it out. It was like Rusky. I thought, that's a Russian stack? I don't know, mate.
Wasn't there the vodkas called Rusky?
Yeah. You would have smashed those when you were a kid, didn't you?
I love the vodkas.
Yeah.
What would be a better stack?
Yeah, Clash or...
I prefer Clash over Ruckus myself personally, just because of I'm not a fan of that much caffeine.
Yeah. It keeps you awake if you're training at night too, doesn't it?
I train at night. I mean, I'm a big fan of Yaglutatine. I'm a big fan of creatine mono. I mean, even,
Clash is a more complete pre-workout, man. Like, if you're looking for a real stimmed up pre-workout, like, obviously Ruckus is going to be the one for you with Vasky. But I found that, Clash and Vasky as a stack is awesome. The pumps, the mental focus you're going to get off it are really good. And it's not so high in stimulants that you're going to be up all night either. Like, I can take Clash and pretty much go to bed straight afterwards.
If you want an alternative to Rusky, go the Warski.
Yeah.
Which is War Juice and
Rusky. Yeah. I prefer War Juice. But, Ruckus is still a good product. But, I'd go Clash, man. That's just our opinion. So, Neve, if you could only... This one's from Melvin. Melvin Nokelstad. Jesus.
It's a made-up name.
If you could only choose one supplement, which one would it be and why?
Probably a BCAA.
Yeah?
I reckon. Because I can get enough protein from my food.
Yeah. I'd say it'd be one of the amino acids, man. Creatine, glutamine.
Yeah.
Or BCAAs for me too.
Probably BCAAs while I'm training and... I mean, even...
This is a tough question, man. Like, when did you ever actually just take one supplement? When you were 15?
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like protein powder? And that was it? All right. So, here we go. Next question. I've been cutting... Sorry, this is from Aaron Patterson. I've been cutting for the last couple of weeks, and I was wondering how you guys maintain or even gain strength throughout the cut. I was wanting to compete in powerlifting show this May, and may need to lower in weight class. So this one's for you, big dog, because you're a powerlifter out of the two of us.
I mean, obviously when you're cutting, you still want to keep your protein high to keep your muscle mass up and protect your muscle while you're in a calorie deficit.
Your recovery,
The main mistake that a lot of people make, though, when they think that they're cutting
they think their energy actually goes down.
Yeah, and they train at a lower intensity, number one.
Yeah.
But also they drop the weights and increase the reps.
Yeah.
So if for some reason people think when they've been training 4x8 or 4x10 or whatever throughout the entire year, and put on all this muscle mass, then when it gets time to actually lose weight, they think, should I got to do 3 sets of 15 to cut, which is a load of shit.
Yeah. Well, the big dog here, he actually just competed the last few weeks, and I trained with him a fair bit leading up, and up to that comp, and he probably up until the last week and a half or 2 weeks, his strength didn't go anywhere, man.
No.
It maintained the whole time. It wasn't that last week until he actually, really cut the calories out that you noticed his strength suffered a little bit. But even the first exercise was still pretty good. So if you were mainly doing powerlifting, where you don't need to train for 2 or 3 hours, you're just doing 1 or 2 exercises, your strength should stay up anyway, man. So I think that's more of a myth rather than anything else. So is that right, Joe? Yep. All right. This one's geez, man, I can't even. PJ Jans Van Vuren. Mate, are we getting all of this? Does this happen every week, or is this just me?
We just.
Okay. My question is, why do most motherfuckers with swole as calves recommend to train them almost daily in order for them to grow? But Joe told me otherwise last week and asked a question of
about calf training.
About calf training. All right, so
you got the calves on you.
Man, I get this question a fair bit, and I only train them once a week as well. And I think if you actually train them properly, most times when I train calves properly, they'll be sore for like 5 or 6 days. Yeah. They're still sore when I go to train legs, 5 days after. So I think if you actually train them like any other muscle group and actually train, those 5 or 6 exercises and do your 4 or 5 sets of each for each exercise as well, your calves should be sore, man. You shouldn't need to do them every day. Even if you were doing them twice a week, that would be all I'd be able to do. Yeah. So, I think most people think, that they train calves at the end of a chest session or the end of a shoulder session or end of a back session and do 2 exercises and say, my calves aren't growing. Well, it's because you're not putting enough volume and enough weight into them. So I just train them the same as any other muscle group, man. It's just the way I've always done it. I think my calves have developed all right. And that's the way Joe does it, and his calves are IFBB pro level. So it's the same as if you don't train chest every day. There's no difference between your chest muscle and your calf muscles. They're the same muscles, so they're not made up of different stuff. To stimulate them, you just have to do exactly the same thing.
That's what I did. I used to train hammies and calves together, and I hit 5 hamstring exercises. I do stiff-legged deads, good mornings, seated hamstring curls, laying hamstring curls, feet high leg press. I demolish them for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
and then I'd go and do like 3 sets of standing calf raise. And I wonder why my calves weren't growing.
Exactly.
But then I'd say, I hit them once a week though. But really, I hit them 30 reps.
Yeah. So the whole genetics thing, when people say that, I'm like, no, you're just not working hard enough. So change it up and just start hitting them properly like you would any other muscle group. Okay. And Nick NTT. Do you think MJHQ will be expanding anytime soon? Warehouse is looking a little crowded on Joe's Snapchats. Well, number one, does Joe let you do Snapchats out in the warehouse?
No.
So why the hell does he do it?
I'm banned from doing Snapchats in the warehouse. He's got 2 sets of rules.
Change your rules, man.
We have grown out of the warehouse, especially out of the office.
You should see the warehouse manager, man.
Josh isn't happy.
He hates it, and the office is too crowded as well.
Every single we've got 7 desks in there, and all of them are always taken. Every day, except for when that's when Joe's here.
Yeah.
But they're all taken. So the office is too small. The warehouse is way too small. So it'll be middle of next year, I reckon we'll move to a bigger place.
Yeah, the lease is still running on this joint, so that's why we're not going anywhere. But we'll start looking for a new warehouse.
There's no point paying 2 leases.
No, absolutely not. We can make do while it's still here. So we'll be moving soon though. Okay, Matt Fry. I have to thoroughly admit I'm on team no carbs, no matter what the variation or whatever I continue. It's my most underdeveloped group. I'm also very flat-footed. Does this have anything to do with calf development, or am I just genetically screwed? I appreciate the tips and tricks and information. He's all the way from Washington, man. Shout out, big man.
Your flat feet are going to hinder you while you're running or walking.
Yeah.
But when your toes, the balls of your toes are on the plate, so you don't do calf with your entire feet. You just do them on the balls of your toes. Your flat-footedness is going to bring nothing into that equation.
Yeah.
So it's the way you train him.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
So go back to JB's, rewind it and go back. That's why I left both these in there, because they're both very...
That's a great question too, because I've trained with a few guys in the past with flat feet. And when training calves, they always said, oh man, my calves won't grow because of my flat feet. And I did a bit of research on it, and sometimes you'll find those guys, the guys I've trained with, they found that the bottom of their foot got really tight.
Yeah.
So what they did is they used a cricket ball or a baseball or a tennis ball to actually roll the bottom of their foot out to help stretch out those ligaments and muscles under their feet, and they actually found that helps. So that's one tip I'd try.
From playing footy for ages and my feet rolling in back in the day,
the
outside, like my outer calf, I don't know what muscle that's called, but anyway, the outer,
it's the gastrocnemius.
Yeah, the outer head of the whatever it is. The outside of the calf was a lot thicker than the inside.
Yeah.
Because my feet were rolling in, putting a lot more pressure on the outside. So pretty much when I do calves now, is obviously your feet positioning are going to place an effect on sort of what part of the calf you hit as well. So your feet pointed inwards are going to hit more of your outside. Feet pointed in, like your heels together more, are going to hit more the inside of your calf. And obviously straight on is still going to just build your calf anyway.
But one thing I'd try, man, is always, whenever you're doing calves, make sure you're getting that full stretch at the bottom, and you're trying to get right up onto your toes as well. Make sure you're getting that full range of motion. Even if you have to drop the weight to start that's what I'd recommend. And like I said, stretching the muscles underneath your foot would be another.
And even don't put too much weight on there.
No.
The other thing is, 2 weeks ago, I trained calves with Jake.
Yeah.
And he was only doing the same as, like, Joe fucking obviously, and you obviously go in there and you stack a whole lot of weight on there, but Jake doesn't stack much weight on there.
No.
The thing is, Jake's real slow and controlled, making sure that only his calves coming in. I mean, when I start going too heavy, I can move. Start using your leg, your knees start bending, you start using body momentum to get it up and shit. So make sure that you actually just making sure that you're not going too heavy as one. Obviously, you don't be a bitch and go too light, but there's a lot of different factors.
So there you go. Yeah, just work on your technique. Okay, from Quicker. I feel weak on one side of my body. Would you think it's better to add more weight on one side, either dumbbells or on the bar? Not sure that one's going to work, but or to do unilateral rest pause sets, drop sets, one side until after I reach failure on a bilateral set.
I was talking to Alicia about this last night because she was doing shoulders, but the thing that people do though is they'll use barbells for everything.
Yeah.
Or use machines for everything, which uses it uses both muscle groups. So obviously you're going to have one dominant side, and without even knowing, you think you're doing both the same, but you're right. You're not. Your right side might be pushing a little bit more than your left. So now what I do is use either unilateral machines, I mean,
or just
use dumbbells.
Yeah.
I mean, dumbbells are going to be the easiest way.
Yeah.
Obviously, as well, if you're doing dumbbells and just say your right arm's a lot stronger than your left, then you can pump out 12 reps on your right, but it can only get 6 on your left. What I'd say doing is use your weaker arm first.
If you're doing unilateral exercise.
And if you get 7 reps, then on the right hand side, get 7 reps.
Yeah.
So don't always, obviously, otherwise you'd finish a bicep workout and your right arm's done twice as many reps as your left arm.
Yeah, exactly.
So to keep them the same size, obviously, make sure you're hitting the same amount of reps on both sides.
But all unilateral machines, just get rid of the barbells for a little while, man. They'll catch up. I'd just be using dumbbells and that's it.
It'd probably be a shock to the system using all dumbbells as well.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Well, it brings in all your stabilizer movements and.
I used to when I was young, I used to train by myself. I used to use dumbbells for everything because it means I wouldn't get caught with like the bar on my neck and I'd die. Okay, Nathan Sheepy. I'm aware that BioGrow and HMB are different products, but if you had to choose one, what would it be?
If I had to choose one or the other, it'd be BioGrow. I know you'd.
I'm a big HMB fan, but
only because I probably haven't given HMB Pure a shot.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of HMB, man. It's one of those products I used a long time ago, and only started using it again soon. But BioGrow itself is a great product as well. They don't. HMB is obviously a metabolite of leucine, so once again, if you're getting enough protein, I'd say BioGrow is going to be more beneficial. But I've got great results on both. It'd be hard for me to pick between one or the other. HMB is really a cheap product as well, so it's just the same thing as your acetyl L-carnitine. It's just one of the products I use all the time.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that cash, same as Steve, I'd probably go with BioGrow as well because it is going to help with the protein synthesis, and I've got great results off that. But in saying that, HMB Pure is a great product as well. So I'd be saying go with both, but if you had to, man, go with BioGrow because it's a great product. It just helps your body synthesize that protein so much more, which is really, really important. All right, from Jack Dunn. At what stage in someone's lifting journey would you recommend that they transition from low volume, high frequency to more bro-ish, hit once every week, every muscle group once a week or twice a week on some sort of split? I've been training for 2 years now and I'm still not sure which approach I see more progress from.
I mean, even now, after I've been training for 8 years or however long it's been, 10 years, I mean, I still mix it up myself both ways.
Me too. Yeah.
And some days I'll hit chest and shoulders together, some days I'll hit back and bis together, other days I'll hit back on their own, bis on their own. The thing that we said a lot, and we've always repeated, and Joe has as well, is if you get stuck doing the same routine, your body is going to become adapted to that, and you're not going to make those same changes. Whereas if you're constantly putting your body under different training techniques and training strategies, and your body's going to grow.
Well, you went back to a push-pull leg split a while ago.
Yeah, for a while there I did,
And which is a great split, man. Same thing. I'd always recommend to change it up and become very, very. What's the word? I guess instinctive with your training, where if you feel like your shoulders are lagging a little bit, then put some extra effort into your shoulders. If you feel your chest is lagging a bit, put some extra effort into your chest and hit chest up. So you don't have to stay with the same split all the time. I change mine up pretty much weekly.
I mean that's what I did as well, is doing push pull leg though. The only thing is stuff like I didn't find my biceps, my arm, everything else grew, but my arms didn't grow because I wasn't giving them enough attention. Which is why I do sort of like a push pull leg arm sort of split. I swap it up all the time. To be honest. Yeah. No week for me is ever exactly the same split or exactly the same muscle groups I'm hitting.
No, me neither, man. It's always change it up, depending on how you're feeling as well. Some days you'll wake up and you can't train a leg, so train them the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, from I can't even say that, so I'm not going to try. Okay, he's this big man with the really, really strange name has just had rotator cuff surgery and he's been in a sling for 6 weeks and his whole arm has shrunk. When I get back to lifting, how can I correct these imbalances?
Pretty much the same as the previous question, or whatever we said a couple questions ago.
Yeah.
Is just use dumbbells,
man.
Just use dumbbells.
It'll come back, and it'll come back really quickly as well. Going on previous experience, I remember when I broke my scaphoid in my hand, and my right arm, which is my more dominant arm, actually shrunk away to nothing over 12 weeks.
Looks like you stopped doing weights on that one.
It did, man. It looked like I just stopped jerking off on one arm and then just switched over to my left.
We actually had to stop giving him shit in the office because it was really starting to get
it. Was getting to me. But after about probably 3 or 4 weeks, it was back up to where it was. Like the strength was nowhere near, but it all comes back pretty quick. So I just stick to dumbbells, and that'll come back up pretty soon. So, yeah. Okay, Alex Holmes. Neve has said he doesn't cycle creatine. I was wondering why this is, as everyone has always said to you cycle, and is there any better from cycling or not cycling, vice versa?
The benefit of not cycling is I don't have to keep track of when I started and when I didn't start, and the loading phase taking
half a tub of creatine,
6 scoops a day, evenly spaced throughout the day.
Yeah.
A lot of the things as well is a lot of the pre-workouts I use, like Clash, Core Fury, those kind of products all have 5 grams of creatine monohydrate in there anyway. So I mean, even if you have that time off creatine, that means that you have to take time off Core Fury and Clash and those kind of products as well. I mean, a lot of that loading research was a long time ago as well. Yeah,
big time. And I think it hasn't been really updated either. Like, I don't think people have actually done a study on the benefits of whether it's better to cycle or not cycle.
I mean, I drink a lot of water, as you do as well. But obviously drinking water, obviously you need to keep your water intake higher with the liver and everything. But yeah, I mean, I have not cycled creatine in 6 years.
Yeah. I can't actually. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I actually cycled it. I just take it every day.
Yeah.
And I think Joe does the same thing. So it's that one's up to you, man. But yeah, that's really what.
It's not a personal preference.
Yeah. It's too hard to start. Taking it 5 or 6 times a day, and it tastes like shit as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Mohammed Jaffrey. What are your top tips on a ridiculous shoulder to waist ratio? I'm currently hitting delts hard, hoping it'll get my shoulders wider. What else should I be doing?
A lot of that illusion is your lats as well.
Lats and delts, yeah.
Obviously, it's your side delts.
Yeah.
So it's just gone in doing shoulder press, military press, standing barbell press, hammer strength shoulder press is not going to give you that big freaky delts. No. That look. It obviously will give you massive front delts, but the thing is that look is due to the big cap delts. From a lot of your side raises, even your rear delts. Don't forget about your rear delts either. But your side delts, and also obviously your big. If you see someone with this massive lats, they just look wide as a.
Yeah, lats. Get your lats going, man, and start hitting your side delts, and that should start working for you. The other thing too is obviously stay lean, and your waist will stay small. Yeah. Which is pretty.
Well, I mean, Joe uses a belt all year round. Because he has physique and he wants that small waist.
Yeah.
But.
Personally, I try to rely more on my
stabilize muscles?
Yeah, more on my, what's the word? Core? I can't remember. Well, yeah, basically your core to actually work as a belt anyway. So on each exercise, make sure your core's actually contracted as well. And that'll help to keep it nice and skinny. Even doing, Rich Piana like swears on vacuums and shit like that too. It's just to help actually keep your stomach in. So
because obviously, as you know, you can't make your frame wider.
No.
So that's why you have to make your muscles wider.
Make the muscles wider, exactly. Okay. The Velda Man, are the new jugs going to be BPA free? What colour are they going to be? And when I get mine ordered, can you guys sign it?
They will be BPA free.
They will be BPA free. They will be clear and black.
With a black lid?
Yeah, clear with a black lid. And yeah, we can sign it for you, man.
Just put it in the notes section.
Yeah.
Josh, the warehouse manager, also said that he likes your notes and comments when you comment in the checkout. So if you want to have a chat to him and say hello and say thanks for your order, especially if you're especially nice.
Yeah. Or just if you want to really run the gauntlet, just tell him to eat shit, and you might get something special in your bag, like a big you. Okay, Zachary Dallas. What are your thoughts on traditional versus sumo deadlifts? I find that keeping my form correct on sumos is much easier. I can achieve the same results pulling sumo compared to traditional deadlifts.
I mean, they're going to hit different muscle groups.
Big time.
Your traditional deads are going to hit more. I find it hits more. I find it hits everything a lot more on traditional deads.
Yeah,
for myself
so
personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried both. Traditional deads hit my hammies and my glutes a lot more, and also my back, upper back, and everything a lot more. I mean, sumo deads, I feel as though I don't have to pull it as fast. So I don't actually feel like my back's doing much work, and I always feel like my adductors are going to tear off the bone.
Yeah. I did sumos a very long time ago, but your traditional deads are going to work a lot more of your posterior chain. Your back, your hammies, as Steve said, your glutes. Whereas your sumos, they do activate a lot more of your quads, and like Steve said, your adductors are going to feel like they're going to rip off the bone. So that's the main difference. If you were a power lifter, you'd probably go more to sumos because, as Steve said, you don't have to move the bar as far. Or if you're like Steve and you've got longer arms and you have to move the barbell far at all, you could just do traditional. But if you're more bodybuilder going for more mass through your back, your glutes, your hammies, I'd go more traditional. That's just my
opinion. As a bodybuilder, I'd definitely go traditional.
Yeah, I don't see the point of a bodybuilder doing sumos. It just doesn't make too much sense to me. But okay, man, he already asked a question. Dude, I'm not. Man, I only recognise because your name's too long, but I'm not answering your second question. Sorry, man. Do you think it's possible to make gains? Oh, sorry, this is from Devon Foley. Do you think it's possible to make gains but stay relatively lean, eating in a calorie surplus on training days and eating maintenance on rest/cardio days?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, as long as you're not going, obviously, your full dreamer bulk.
The dreamer bulk, yeah.
As long as you're putting yourself in a slight calorie surplus, so 100, 200 calories, and yeah, I mean, obviously 200 calories might be a bit of a shock to your system, but as long as you're eating in a slight calorie surplus,
you're still going to put on,
muscle.
Even if you, and the thing is, you can always manipulate and change your calories depending on how lean you're getting. You could always just drop them down for a couple of days. And drop a little bit of body fat and then just put them back up again. So you can always start cycling your calories like that. But yeah, I think that's a great way to do it, man, is not eating as much. Do you eat as much on your rest days?
I don't have my post-workout shake, so
so you don't, I usually, I don't think I do, but
300 calories less probably on a rest day.
Yeah, I'm going to count calories these days anyway, man. It's just getting too hard. Okay, where are we at? Oh,
Dave 100.
Dave 1000. Is CorderX or a similar product suitable for a 21-year-old? I wasn't sure if it was meant to be for younger people, but was looking for something to help through exam periods and stuff. He's stressing out in exams.
Yeah, it helps with anyone. I mean, anyone can use it. Yeah. I mean, it's non-hormonal, number one. I mean, you're not going to crack yourself out by too many stims. Yeah. It's obviously got no stims. Yeah. So it helps, obviously helps lower your cortisol levels. So obviously going through exams, you'll be stressed out. So it'll just help lower your cortisol levels. I mean, I take them, I take it every day just because I stress out about shit. But like most people do. So I take it every day, just keep cortisol level. Cortisol is the devil when you're trying to put on muscle. Yeah. But yeah, also...
Yeah, definitely, man. I'd say you'd be able to take that for sure.
Also, definitely while you're studying as well, you're dropping a fair bit of caffeine trying to stay awake and study. So it's going to.
Did you ever study?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, I actually went during like swap back and shit. I just went out and played golf. That helped me fucking relax. So I didn't have CorderX back in the Stone Age when I was studying at high school and shit. Right. Okay, Eri Alberto. I have a question regarding splits. My current, I'm bouncing between 2 splits. I enjoy push-pull leg, rest day, then repeat, similar to the online coach, and have a 5-day, So do you think it's better? Which split would you recommend for optimal muscle gains and fat loss? He's doing at least 30 minutes of list minimum 3 days a week.
Well, I probably shouldn't have left this one in there because it's exactly the same as the other one.
Yeah, it's the same as the other one, man.
But pretty much.
Change it up.
Yeah, change it up, keep it going. I mean, even if you want to do one for 8 weeks, one for then swap it up for 8 weeks, or as me and JB do, we swap it up, and I intertwine both of them as it goes. Yeah, definitely. Just by how you're feeling and how I'm feeling, and looking in the mirror. If I fucking think, my delts are a bit small today, I'll fucking go hit delts. If I think my legs are lagging, I'll go hit legs.
So you hit calves every day? Yeah. All right, sorry about that, Neve. Your calves are looking fine. Okay, Max Berg, are you guys planning to put together a MassiveJoes workout program?
Well, we've already got the training section on the website. Yeah. Which has a shitload of workouts on there. Yeah. And
the thing is, man, is... Sorry, I should have let you finish this, but...
No, that's all right.
Everyone's workout's different, so it's one of those things that, it's going to change up every day, and I'd recommend for people to change it up every day as well. So us putting up a workout program, it's sort of a little bit counterproductive, but if you're looking for different and fresh ideas, that's where the workouts on the website come in.
Yeah. I mean, because if you speak to all of us in here, we've all got different strengths, different weaknesses. So, I mean, not one program is going to work for every single person. No. I mean, you can plan a basic one and everyone see improvements, but try and tailor it to your weaknesses and to your strengths. Yeah. If you got weak shoulders, obviously you'd hit shoulders once or twice a week. Twice a week. But you know what I'm going with.
And last but certainly not least, your good mate, and I should actually point out to Barney, you call Steve all the time, mate.
No, message.
Messages him all the time, right? How many times have you seen Barney in the last 12 months?
I've seen Barney more than I've seen most of my family.
Have you?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Probably.
So I've seen Barney like twice, I reckon this year. I saw him in Ballarat not long ago. Gave him tips and tricks on training arms.
Yeah.
Do you think I've heard from Barney since?
No.
No love whatsoever from
Barney.
the infamous Barney Ong.
Me and Barney have a chat every week.
Like,
Normally
so,
because I up his order, but...
So Barney, a little bit of love my way wouldn't go astray, mate. Just, you know, say hello, that sort of shit. Okay, Big Neve. What are your thoughts on nutrition partitioning supplements? I know John Meadows is a big believer in them through the brand that he's sponsored by, but it hasn't seemed to take off in Australia for starters. Is it legal here, and what do you think? And do you think it's a worthwhile supplement?
I mean, it's worthwhile, but then again, you look at the price you're going to be paying for it. Number one, well, that's the main factor, is the price you're paying.
Yeah.
In terms of nutrition partitioning supplements, I mean, I take cinnamon with any
carbs,
any carbohydrates. So I've just got the cinnamon capsules, so I take 3 or 4. So it's about 3 grams worth of cinnamon with every carb meal. I mean, that just helps with your way that your
insulin sensitivity,
and the way that your carbs are delivered and all that kind of shit. I mean, I obviously think that they are.
I think they're a great idea.
I think they're a great idea, and for people like myself who are insulin sensitive, I mean, I'm a big believer. Anything that can help me use my carbs more effectively. I mean, mainly it's carbs you're worried about, and that's mainly what most nutritional partitioning supplements are for. There's a website I look at a lot that has one product on there, and they push it every single time. But then again, that's the only product I've ever heard with that ingredient. So I mean, you don't know how much of it's shit, but I mean, if you have a look, there's products like
I think the basic products, man.
Like your cinnamon, like your ALA, which helps with your blood sugar.
I take fenugreek as well.
Yeah, which helps with your blood sugar levels and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of if you have a look at the research, I'll send you a link, Barney. But there's a lot of different
different like single products
ingredients that you can take for your insulin levels and for carbohydrate levels to help while you're eating, rather than spending a truckload of money on
a supplement that I'd agree with the big Nevos on here. So I can see why you talk to him so much, Barney, because he just gives you so much love with it.
I do.
And now that we've got that one out of the way, mate, that's a wrap. Has Big Joe got anything else he'd want to add?
Normally he asks me if he's got anything else to say. So Joe, is there anything else you want to say?
Nah. Don't come back either, mate. This is now mine and Big Neve's go-to video.
So hopefully next week we'll actually have some air conditioning in.
Oh no, I'm sweating bullets in here. So
it's Christmas Eve next week.
Yeah, Christmas Eve special. Do you think I'll be allowed in on that one?
Well, you'll probably have a kid by then.
No, probably. Jesus.
I don't think the wife.
I feel sorry for the poor kid already. I'm gonna have to take care of her.
Shit.
All right. So that's a wrap. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly WORD and all the other deliciousness on our YouTube channel. Fuck, was that just Joe then or what? How good was that? Where are we coming from? We're coming from Big Neve. I know, I got too ahead of myself there.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.